it, I think the other thing is like what a lot of people kind of disregard or don't understand is the reality that when you're building a business, Facebook is such a small part of it. Like, no matter how much money you're spending, did you say that? Can I hire this guy?
Yeah. Well, I'll put you in touch, William. Yeah, let's make it happen.
$1 million a month. But like, it's such a, Facebook, it's such a small part of the marketing mix or the process or whatever. If I actually had this with a client quite recently where I was running ads for them. And like, for example, the bounce rate on their website was 96%. And it's like, that it's not the ad's fault, bro. Like, it's the website, and then beyond the website, like how's your checkout funnel, and then are you, what are you doing in terms of email? Like how's the, the UX of your website? You're just, in this age of like Facebook is just so content orientated. Like, the VP of Instagram came out like a couple of months ago and was like, yeah, we're not really an image sharing platform anymore. We're a video sharing platform. So it's all just content based. But if, people are coming to your website and, there's just so many other things that kind of go into it. And I think that like a lot of people, A, disregard that, and B, like just don't really understand like what else is happening. Just kind of think, I can put up some ads and it's going to be fine. And it won't, it just won't, and there's and kind of giving, what I kind of got from you was a framework of kind of how to structure an ad where I can go and work on other things for, other back end things. Like I am like all over like Klaviyo, Google Analytics, using Hotjar and all these other kind of things.
Sure.
Like, that shit that matters now, because the ads are up and they're running and they're doing great. But we need to convert people where it matters and actually get people through the door to make the purchases that they want. And I just, so many like gurus sitting there being like, I just rail ads, get people to the website, it'll be fine. No,
no,
it works.
Yeah,
it's such a
that's
strategy.
There's this, that's just not how this works. That's not how any of this works. It's like that. Oh, there's this old like Geico commercial, an insurance company in America, where they had these old biddies like sitting around in the living room, and somebody just had a picture up on her like living room wall. She's like, I put photos on my wall. And then she like walked up to her, was like, I unfriend you, and like handed her a picture. She's like, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. And my point with this, like, I love it. I literally just shot a video today, deep diving into this. It went live earlier. And because I got a lot of heat I dropped something about this on Twitter. Is like the most important equation and in D2C is that CPA plus COGS divided by LTV, looking to see where you get the best offer. And like I got hundreds of engagements, and a lot of people are like, well, that's an oversimplification, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, yeah, it's 180 characters, man. I'm sorry, it's not like a fucking like college essay. So I was like, all right, here's a 20-minute video, and I just tagged everybody, and I kind of shit post, but whatever. I do that all the time. That's just again who I am, right? And so the thing is, like, I can't tell you how many brands make they try to promote 5 things, and it's like, look, you can get to a million on one. And then, so here's the trick. Get from 3 things down to 1, so that instead of having 3 problems to solve, you have 1. You've got 1 type of customer. I got my $19 offer that cost me $30 to sell. LTV's $100. Awesome. I can double my money on every person. Great.
It's Apple with the iPhone, right? That's their main, like Apple just rail the iPhone all the time, and hopefully you go into the shop and pick up a $5,000 Mac while you're there.
And Jordan has the Nikes. Like there's
Nike,
no, sorry. Nike has the Jordans. It's so good. I had it backwards, right? And then here's the other side of it. Is like, okay, so you figured that out, and you're like, well, I can't spend any more. I've reduced my customer acquisition cost, which is also bullshit because there's no such thing as the cost of acquiring a customer. Making a sale on a customer, 2 wildly different things. But on top of that, like, if you figured it out, great. Where in your funnel is busted? One of my favorite things, and we talked about this in the MBA program last week. We had a big lecture on this, and it was this Google Analytics report, this like funnel report, where it says, all right, everybody landed on this web page. Cool. 80% got to this page. Cool. 12 got to this page, 1% got to here. So that one that's like 80 to 12, get that 12 to like 16 or get it to like 20. What is this break that creates such a problem? If you can make a 25% improvement or introduce an upsell, I can't tell you how many people just don't even have a post-transactional upsell. They have a pre where they just like, I know you want to buy, but how about 10 other things? Like, fuck you, I just want this thing. And instead it's like, hey, thank you for your purchase. We've noticed people like you like this other stuff. Whatever you can do to either reduce the CPA, reduce your COGS, or improve that LTV, a 20% change, a 10% change in that conversion rate or somewhere down the funnel means that you can spike spend because it's not a one-to-one relationship. If you get a 10% cheaper cost per acquisition because you improved your conversion rate, that means you can push your spend by 20, 30, 40% because you're going to get actual sales. So like if you get 10 sales for $100 and then all of a sudden you get 11 sales for $100 and you're like, okay, great. We're going to spike it up to, $110. You're likely going to make at least one more sale. So that depreciation on efficiency isn't a linear line. So a 10, 20% change in your efficiency generally means a 25 to 50% increase in your volume at the top of your Facebook ad spend. And then what happens? Way more emails come in, your Google search volume comes up, your SEO gets better because your customer journey is better, your email team gets better at doing their job, and you're scaling the shit out of your business. I did this with a brand where we were doing when I came on board, they were doing 6,000 a day at a 2.5x ROAS. By the time I left 19 months later, we're doing 30,000 a day at a 0.8. And they went from $12 million company to, an $18 million company to a $95 million company. And the LTV doubled. And it's because we just figured out the one fucking thing. For them, it was like, all right, here's a $19 offer. We give you a 19. It costs us 30 to sell. We know you're worth 100. After a year or two, we got it to 200. And night and day, just night and day, crushing because you're making real change in that business. And I love what you say. And the honest truth is, there's no Facebook ad in the world that's going to overcome those problems.